Well, we are literally a few days out before we're going to have the Bitcoin spot ETF. We're still consolidating in this massive consolidation phase I discussed yesterday. So in today's video, I will talk about the most important consolidation patterns. I will talk about the most important support and resistance. Of course, I am going to be talking about the ETF news, the fact that Tether is printing billions and billions of dollars moments before the Bitcoin spot ETF gets approved, and many more important charts we need to discuss on today's update video. So without any further ado, don't forget to slap on the like button back above 800 likes. That will be absolutely incredible. So with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the imminent short term to discuss my forecast on the Bitcoin price action. Yesterday we created this falling wedge pattern, and actually we've seen a significant breakout out of this pattern. And after we've clearly seen a confirmation of a breakout of this falling wedge pattern, we can currently see that this falling wedge pattern is actually getting retested. So this is a very important pattern that I am currently paying attention towards, and Bitcoin is currently sitting on support. While this is happening, we're also still looking at the symmetrical triangle here on the 1 hour time frame, and like you can see, Bitcoin is still consolidating in the symmetrical triangle, and in an approximately, let me say this correctly, 12 hours from now on, we're going to be meeting the apex where we're going to be having a breakout. And I want to be pointing out here, if we do have a breakout, and let's say Bitcoin breaks down but doesn't break below the green box of support, I don't see a big reason to be worrying. And of course, if Bitcoin breaks upwards and doesn't break above this white line of resistance here on the top side, sitting around 44.6k, I don't think there's going to be anything big happening. But once we confirm that break above either of these levels, I think Bitcoin could come down to 42,000 US dollars. Or if we do break the top side and we break that 44.4k level, I think we could go up to 46,000 US dollars on that top side. Of course, I think there's going to be much more upside coming for Bitcoin due to the fact that the Bitcoin spot ETF is almost there. And you have to understand also that on the imminent short term, we are seeing that Tether has printed more than 3 billion US dollars in approximately the last 2 days and 20 hours. What is a massive amount? And normally they're not printing so much money. So yeah, either there's a lot of money flowing in towards the market, there's a lot of interest in coming towards Bitcoin, but definitely we're seeing one thing, and that is that Tether is getting minted. And if Tether gets minted, it basically means there's more money going in towards the treasury, and that also basically means there is more money going in towards the crypto ecosystem. So this is overall a very bullish signal. And usually what happens, if there is more Tether in the market available, the prices have also got higher potential upsides. So yeah, what I'm seeing on the imminent short term, we can currently see that on the 4-hourly time frame, Bitcoin is clearly creating the downward sloping resistance line. We retested that level as support, and we're right now getting rejected by my resistance box. And I talked about this literally while we were trading on the lower side. And yeah, currently still we are not breaking above this level. And as soon as Bitcoin confirms the break above 44.2k, that is the point where I would say, okay, right now we're seeing the confirmed breakout towards the upside. So from off this point onwards, I would be expecting we're going to be seeing more upside. And you have to understand also that, of course, currently we're just days out before that Bitcoin spot ETF. And of course, I currently know that we're in that approval window, but if we're going to be looking about when it will be accepted, it will be most likely be on the Monday or the Tuesday. So in the weekend, there won't be any Bitcoin spot ETF acceptance from the SEC. So in an approximately 36 to 40 hours from now on, that is the point where we could really start to see the Bitcoin spot ETF getting accepted. So you have to be a little bit more patient before that is going to be happening. And yeah, currently we've got 11 Bitcoin spot ETFs in line for potential acceptance. These 11 that you can currently see above my face right here are all in line for potential acceptance. So yeah, the expectation remains to be the same. We're likely to going to be seeing all these Bitcoin spot ETFs getting approved on the Monday or Tuesday. And what will do with the price? That is what many people has been asking me. I mean, honestly, I think the market is going to be seeing a massive pump. We're going to be seeing a massive pump towards the upside once it gets accepted. And honestly, at the time we're going to be closing in towards that potential acceptance, I still think we're going to be moving upwards. So I expect that over the course of the coming what is it, 48 hours from now on, we're going to see some more positive price action. Bitcoin is potentially even going to be creeping up to 46,000 US dollars over the course of the weekend. That is my personal expectations. And maybe then before that, we're going to be seeing a slight little dump here before absolute takeoff once it gets accepted. So that is what I am currently expecting. That is my expectation. I mean, if I'm looking at the Bitcoin liquidation heat map, I can currently see there's liquidity piling up above us, below us, it's piling up left and right. So for me to right now say, okay, Bitcoin necessarily has to be going down and it can't go up, it will be very hard, since it's very hard for me to predict if Bitcoin is going to be going in one direction, since yes, liquidity is piling up on both directions. So a thing that's very interesting to see that currently the funding rates is actually still negative, what means that Bitcoin is literally getting massively shorted, and that also means that yeah, the chance of a short squeeze is way bigger than the chance of a long squeeze currently in the market, and that really makes me overall a little bit more bullish on the market. Honestly, I still think we're going to be moving up. I personally think this weekend is going to be a very good weekend for Bitcoin. And of course, once it gets accepted, that is the point where we would really start to see takeoff. So if you want to be trading Bitcoin yourself, make sure to go to BYBIT, where you can currently claim a deposit bonus worth $40,000. And without signing up an account, using that link in the description below, it's only $400. So it's a massive win-win situation. And on top of that, you could claim a free 1,000 US dollar airdrop position on BYBIT. And all you need to do for that is sign up an account using the link below, complete KYC level 1, deposit $100 in your first 7 days, and then you could claim this insane airdrop position worth 1,000 US dollars for only depositing $100. So make sure to check it out in the link description of today's video. And of course, if you can't trade on BYBIT, make sure to check out Fimex, where you can trade without KYC. And they're giving you a 10% cashback on everything you're depositing, so make sure to check it out as well. Looking at the bigger perspective from Bitcoin here on the daily time frame, we do know that we're still running in towards the red box, and once we clearly break above 48,000 US dollars, that is the point of the confirmation where I would really start to think that Bitcoin could go very quickly towards its new all-time high. And I mean, there are some other news outside of the ETF also playing out, and that is of course that Qatar is looking to be buying Bitcoin. And honestly, speculations are saying that they want to be allocating 500 billion US dollars. And yeah, honestly, if we're going to be looking at available supply, that's currently 2.8 million Bitcoin, and they're going to be allocating 500 billion US dollars, that would literally push up the Bitcoin price easily to 200,000 US dollars. So you have to understand that there is not a lot of capital required to be pushing Bitcoin up higher. And like we know with these Bitcoin spot ETFs, if it's really going to be allowing so much money to be flowing in towards the market, if it's really going to be allowing all these large players to enter Bitcoin, we are going to be seeing the prices rally very, very quickly, since the BlackRock Bitcoin Spot ETF has got a one-on-one backing with real Bitcoin, so they have to be buying Bitcoin from the market. So this is of course massive, but of course, if you're just purely looking at the chart on Bitcoin, honestly, I said this as well in yesterday's video, I would be bearish if I just purely look at the technicals, but of course, we've got some massive news playing out in the background that is currently potentially suggesting we shouldn't be bearish here, and that is why I am also not so bearish on the market right here. We're seeing this golden crossover also happening on the weekly time frame for Bitcoin, but anyways, we do know that it is all about the Bitcoin Spot ETF that is about to get accepted. So all eyes on the news, and guys, if you want to be staying up to date about this news, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and of course follow me on Twitter, where I will keep you guys up to date about the ETF acceptance. Once it gets accepted, I will try to make a video as soon as possible, or even jump live, so make sure to subscribe. But anyways, this was it for me in today's update video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.